questions up here, but we're going to do Aries and Taurus. So very quickly before we start, because I read in numerology, okay, if you have any 5 placements, Taurus, Sagittarius, or like part 5, you can also watch the Taurus reading afterwards, because I read in numerology. So Aries, okay, is also a 4, which means Scorpio is also a major arcana 4.
Aries, what's going on with Aries? With where are they now? Aries, where are they now? What is going on with Aries now? So let's see. So 8 of Cups, the Hangman, and also a child energy here. So more than likely, as having a dispute with your children, if you've got a child, then there's some sort of like dispute where you may not be talking to them, or Maynard, or Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, or Emily, Melissa. So all the E's and the M's. But I might not be talking to my child. There's a difficult energy here, okay, where the Page of Wands is having a dispute, okay. But there's this energy with you're in a relationship at the moment. Someone is pretty much just about to go and visit maybe a Pisces. You've got Aquarius, Leo energy here, maybe Aquarius and Leo. Could be dating a Pisces, and that is your partner. And at the moment, you're either 1, not speaking to them because you've had an argument, or 2, you just haven't heard from them yet. Okay, this would be a text message, waiting for a text message. So if you're not in a disagreement with anybody, then basically you're just waiting to get word from someone here. If you've got children that are maybe, say, a Leo, okay, this would be where you may not be talking to them because of something that's going on within these 3 cards here, whether that be a third party or whether it be to do with someone's mother or father that is in disagreement, the fact that someone is seeing this energy here of maybe a Pisces or an Aquarian or maybe a Leo here. Okay, so it'd be disagreement in the family, okay? Because, you know, they're either not talking to a child because of a certain reason or because of the cards that are represented here, okay? So it would be a discrepancy of someone actually not talking to someone. But if you're in a partnership and you're watching, you're like, well, I am talking to my partner, then that's just basically you're just waiting to talk to them. But I am picking up that there is some kind of like something to do with maybe an ex or something like that, where the children are with the ex and you don't get to see the children that often because they live with maybe a Piscean, okay, or an Aquarian or a Leo, and you don't get to see your children very often because they're always with them, or Emily, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, and they're always with this person majority of the time, so I don't get to see them as often as I would like, okay? So that could be family or relationship. Okay, so that's where you are now, Aries. Let's look at work and money. Work and money. I will show you the cards. We'll just do it now. Okay, save a lot of messing about. Work and money. So show me Aries with their work and finances of stuff that's going on around their work. Okay. So you've got the Ace of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. Okay, so these are siblings, these are family. So if you're having a lot of karmic energy around family, okay, then there's some kind of like disagreement of like, because my son or daughter is seeing so and so, I've turned my back on this king here. Okay, because I don't like the fact that you've just told me something. This is finding out the truth about something here, and I've just found out the fact that this king is seeing this queen and I don't like it. Okay, so that is some sort of discrepancy of what I'm picking up that's coming through in the family. Now, to do with work and finances is really not showing me too much. The king and the queen should be very stable individuals, so it might mean that I've got a very stable job that allows me to support my family or partner. Okay, you could actually be married here, Aries, and this is your partner here, and you're married and you do this, you've got a child together, and you kind of support each other through thick and thin here. But some of you do have an ex, where this is the ex energy, and the child has to come over to see here, because this child is wondering what's going on with this king and this Queen of Swords here. But like I said, this is also someone's mum is really what I'm picking up, is looking over to here to find out what's going on with this king and this queen. So I don't know if there is a third-party situation that might be going on with a lot of you here. Work and finances, it's not showing me anything. Just stability, so stable, okay? This is why it's very difficult to do work and money. You obviously know your own money, right? But let's see, so challenges. What is Aries going to be challenged with? What is Aries going to be challenged with here? What are the challenges for Aries? Or Scorpio life path 4? There's the money. Well, the challenges is to make sure that you don't overspend here, and that this is like everything that glitters isn't gold. It's kind of like, oh, I keep browsing for new things to pop up on online, and I keep looking at all of these nice, shiny, bright things to buy. So, you know, if you're struggling in finances, then your challenge is to stop browsing and looking on the internet for things to buy here, okay? Because it would be about saving money and starting over again and looking at my bank account and going back to zero, okay? Zero energy here. Well, 1. Someone here may have ADHD, finding it very difficult to focus. It would also be trying to challenge and curve my addiction. People with ADHD can have this here is finding it very difficult to find focus, just like my camera at the moment. But it's or Cameron, the name Cameron. But someone here is finding it very difficult to find focus, so it can represent ADHD. If a person has ADHD, they can spend a hell of a lot of money by like, oh, this is the next best thing, and I feel really good about it, and then I get it and I'm like, next. Okay, so they can overspend, they can overindulge, okay, in food and also buying things as well and stuff like that. So because this is right next to the 10 of Pentacles here, what it's saying to me is a challenge is if one of your children is challenged here, okay, then the challenge is to not spend so much money and actually save it, okay, because you could be a stable individual, but money is something that doesn't grow on trees, and it also, you can spend it just as quick as you earn it right here. So there is a challenge of like saving money. That's why it didn't come up in your money sector. What else have we got? So this is coming up in your challenge. So, well, rose-tinted glasses for another challenge. If you are in a metaphysical connection where you're not actually speaking to someone, then this could be mentally challenged. This child here could be where someone has children that are mentally challenged, okay, that can be, this is a disability, ADHD, bipolar, they're known as disabilities. So some of you, this person here could also be on disability allowance, okay, allowance and disabled energy, disability. Challenges, we'll have to clarify that and find out what else comes up for you. Aries, so show me any lessons that are coming up, karmic lessons for Aries. Show me Aries' karmic lessons, please. Aries' karmic lessons. So you get the 10 of Cups, Judgment, coming backwards and forwards and in and out of relationships, and then also not speaking to someone. So your spiritual lesson here is to listen a little bit more here, to stay around and actually listen. But some of you might be like, I don't want to listen to that. Okay, I can tell you, okay, but this is about hearing, okay, listening to what I'm hearing. And this might be, I don't want to listen to what I'm hearing, okay. So some of you, it might be a earring. I don't know why I keep hearing tinnitus, or an actual earring. Why that would be a spiritual lesson, I've got no idea. But like this would also be like reconciliation of the past. Like if I want something, I'm going to have to reach out and ask for it here. Okay, so a spiritual lesson is, do not just sit back wanting to communicate with anybody if you're a cross-watcher alike. And I'm really sitting there thinking, I really want to communicate with this person, but I need to watch tarot to find out if they are. Well, then what is stopping you from doing it? Your ego? Why would you do that? Well, because I'm a woman? What difference does that matter? Okay, tarot isn't really about, okay, constantly waiting for someone to message for a reply. Like, I really want to hear from this person, and are they going to reach out? and that's the majority of the questions that I get answered. Can you tell me if they're going to reach out and talk to me? And the first thing I always say is, why aren't you doing that? Right? If you're not getting messages from someone that you want and it's really not coming in, then it's time to start thinking, right, my spiritual lesson is the fact that I've got to reach out. Yes. Okay. If you want to talk to someone, reach out. If you want to reconcile, reach out. If you want to know if they're single or if they're not single, reach out. You don't have to ask them out. You just need to talk to them. Okay. Here. Okay. But you've kind of got that energy going on. Now, for some of you here, there is like a court case that might be coming up to do with around children. Okay. But this is definitely like X. So your lessons karmically are things constantly replaying out the same way as they did before, where I'm not speaking to my ex because I've got children, but I don't need to communicate with my ex at all. All I need to do is just make sure my children are fine. That's it. Okay, so karmic lesson is just keep doing that if that's what you're doing here. Okay, but this is a reconciliation of the past. Someone coming back into someone's life from the past that might just be watching, wanting to know if I can come back into your life. Your karmic lesson is going to be around yes or no. Yes or no. 2, Libra. Doesn't have to be a Libra, but it is a 2. So it's either a yes or a no. Do you want to reconcile or don't you? Do you want to talk or don't you? Okay. Have you replied to my message or not? Okay. Would they or not? Could be over analytical energy, thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. Because this can be metaphysical, you see. In your challenge position is a metaphysical connection. There is the metaphysical connection that is spiritual here. Okay. But my challenge is it anything other than just a connection that I have? Does the other person? If I don't know that, I have to ask them, do you have this connection with me like I do you? You have to ask that. Okay, or they do, cross-watcher, life path 4, Scorpio, Aries. You have to ask that. If you don't, you never know. You can get a lot of people out there that just have spiritual connections with people, wanting to know what's going on with the other person, and they've not even spoke to them. Like, well, how would I know if you don't know yourself? You've got to ask. Yeah, but I haven't spoken to them in 10 years. What's the chances of them having a connection? Not much. Right? So, you've kind of got this energy of like wanting to know answers here, spiritually wanting to know answers. So I'm going to have to pay for it. Okay, this is also paying money. Okay, I want answers, but how am I going to get them? By paying for them. Okay, because this could be a psychic, it could be tarot card readers, and if I want to know what it is, okay, I can watch only so many general readings without fully knowing, without having a personal reading. So you can find another tarot reader or myself, which is below. Okay. But yeah, there's this discrepancy of not actually knowing something here. Now, for a lot of you, it's just an X, okay? An X that I've got with children, so on and so forth, to and to from, going from me to you, to me to you, to me to you. Now, if you are in a third party, anybody in a third party, okay, then you're in a metaphysical one. There is no answer because it's metaphysical, okay? It's an awakening, okay? I've got a spiritual connection with a twat flame that I really want that I'm not speaking to. Okay. So, your answer is going to be whatever it is that you come up with during your awakening, okay, or the jury. So I'm definitely picking up something coming up around court here. Okay. So let's find out of any other juicy gossip or that might be going on in your reading. So show me any messages for where Aries is now. Any messages for where Aries is now. So you've got spiritual hater. Hates on spiritual light, magic, power. So can't stand people that do spiritual stuff. So it might be your husband, your wife, your son, or your daughter, or your mother or father. Or just I don't know, like I said, just someone that can't stand, that, like I said, they watch tarot readings as an ex and get real fucking hate it, the fact that my ex moved on, and now I'm going to hate all tarot card readers because they keep reading out my story. Stop watching. Right? Sorry, but I'm also drinking coffee. So hates on the spiritual light, magic and power. So whether that's witchcraft or not, I don't know. I don't believe in it myself, but it's up to you. So work and money. Show me any messages for Aries for work and money. So you've got careless, no car, repo, car insurance. Carless. So someone that doesn't have a car, always in debt. Okay, always in debt, owes a lot of money. Okay, doesn't have a car, doesn't have transport. Okay, I don't know. But it definitely means like broke, no money here. Anything coming up for challenges for Aries? This is really not a good reading. I'm surprised why, not surprised why I just don't have many Aries followers. In their head, overwhelming, stressed, and overthinking here. In the challenges, this is overthinking, but it can be ADHD. Like I said, it can be ADHD. Okay, because that is a lot of overthinking. Trust me, it really is. Your mind wanders. You're out in the mushroom cloud a lot of the time where you got brain fog. See, this is fog, brain fog. Okay, so if you guys don't know anything about ADD, I've got a friend on here, Jody, right? Hello, Jody. A long-time friend of mine that is in Aries. And she reached out and said, you know what, Steve, I really do think that I might have ADHD. Get yourself checked out, Jody. Okay, here, but you see what I'm saying? Look, fogs, cloud, brain fog, right? Just noticed that myself, but interesting fact, right? But yeah, in my head, blah, 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 so on and so forth. This is also not being able to see someone as well. Like, I can't see straight, okay? What is also going on around spiritual lessons for Aries, please? Spiritual lessons for Aries. So you've got photo proof, getting evidence. Well, this is evidence, or Evie, or Devi. Hello, Devi. But here, this is like spying and watching online here. Spying, watching online, psychics, mediums, stealing ideas, blah, blah, blah. Watching people, getting evidence to see what they're saying, watching them for what they're doing, and blah, blah, blah. Then it goes to spiritual hating because I'm watching and taking your messages of what you're saying and blah, blah, blah. And then I'm hating upon it because you can do this and blah, blah, blah. And you go, I just don't want to know about all that crap. Yeah, enough of all of that. But photo proof, getting evidence. So this could be a lot to do with like court, like, is my husband or wife cheating? Well, if so, then I need to order a private detective. I don't need to just keep watching like billions of tarot card readers. I need to find out some actual true facts. And I can only do that, Felix, by watching and watching and watching, right? So if you're dating Felix Coupler, be very careful because she's probably not showing her face anywhere. She'll probably just send you a load of photographs. Yeah. Oh, wow. Extreme close-up. Whoa. But it's good zoom lens, right? Yeah. But yeah, so for a lot of you, there is someone that's watching, spying, maybe Piscean energy, watching and spying, trying to get evidence, so on and so forth, trying to find out what they're saying, what they're doing. Are they talking about me? Are they talking about someone else? Like confusion, hating spiritual, people being called out, yeah, don't like being called out on my bullshit, right? Could be Taurus or Sagittarius, like part 5, maybe, because I said bull, but we will find out because we're doing Taurus next. But a lot of this is around evidence to do with maybe going to court. Okay, photographic proof. Now, like I said, for a lot of you, you don't need photographic proof. You just need to show your face. Okay, this is a Libra energy. Okay, can relate to the High Priestess. This is needing to do a FaceTime and actually talk to the person's face so you know they are. Okay, so I said there's a lot of people out there that catfish people, and they actually just talk to people on the phone, but they will not actually show what they look like. Okay, this should be a revealing energy, but because this says photographs, it might just be where people just send photographs that are fake to one another. Okay, superimposed fake photographs, all glitz and glammed up, but they're actually fake. just like a thumbnail, okay, but all done up. Okay, so very important. If any of you are all up in the mushroom cloud and you've got a twat flame or you've latched onto someone's energy, make sure that you're not just looking at a photograph and falling in love with a photograph. How daft is that? Very daft, Steve. Did you do it? Yes. Okay. So make sure that you're not just falling in love with a photograph of a person, okay, that you're actually talking to them. You can see them with your eye. Very important. Because they might have one eye. There's Felix all up in here. Okay. So be very careful. Okay. That's all I'm going to say to you guys, because that is in your spiritual lesson. Okay, is about spying and watching and finding out information about other people that may or may not be true or false. Could be fake, okay? Could be just stuff that I'm kind of like looking for, like where Steve said there's a third party or there's someone hanging around, okay? But I haven't actually seen it with my own eyes, so I actually don't know. I just heard it from the grapevine, which is a tarot reader, okay? So it needs evidence, proper evidence, to be able to see it with your own eyes before you can make a judgment call. Okay, have you changed? I need to try the relationship to see if you've changed. I ain't going to know that unless we try. If you want to get back with someone, get back with them, and then you can see if the person's doing anything different or feeling any different. People don't normally, but sometimes you can work on those. Okay, so like I said, it's Normington. So there you go. So Aries. So thank you very much, Aries. Really do appreciate it, guys. Please like, share, comment, subscription, all that sort of stuff. Really does help out the algorithm. If you want your readings, they are over on Patreon, silver or gold tier, full weekly spread. The next weekly one that I'm going to do, because I'm nearly finished this lot, I'm going to start again soon. That one is going to be the 10 commandment questions. So we're going to go through, it's not these ones. There's a different 10 set of questions that I ask, and we work them, figure them all out. That is going to be on the silver or the gold tier. But the one that is over there now with many others is a full table spread, all clarified, telling you what you got come up for your week. So thank you, Aries. In a second, I am going to do Taurus. Now, like I said, Aries, if you know someone as Sagittarius, Taurus, or as a life path 5, you can continue to watch the Taurus reading because it's numerology and that's how I read, okay? And see what comes out for those. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. And I'll hopefully see you on the reading of Taurus.
This is your man, Aaron B., with a word from our portal to the inner earth of fine fashion, the folks at Blake's Fine Men's Clothiers. Blake's has the puka shell necklaces that men want. And
How
you know
much
you
money
want them.
we talking
Buy
here?
2 or more, and Blake's will give you a free healing crystal necklace for lady love in your life.
Okay, Taurus. So thank you for joining. Really do appreciate it, especially if you've just finished watching the Aries reading. Then you've also come over. Timestamps will be below. Please make sure you smash that like button and subscribe if you can. It really does help out the algorithm, as there is 35% of people that actually don't subscribe, that actually just watch. So, yeah, thank you. So let's go over your messages. You can see them on the screen. Don't forget, Taurus, you can watch this as Taurus, Sagittarius, Life Path 5, if you're following me in numerology. Okay, that's that over and done with. So let's find out what you've got coming up where you are now, and that'll help me merge in the other questions when we get to those. So where you are now is more than likely single, Taurus, for a lot of you. If you're not single, then you're looking at health, beauty products and all of this sort of stuff, feeling very feminine at this time. Could be on a diet and these kind of things here, looking into products. Could also be deficient in certain things. Could be a fish, could have something to do with the Pisces. But this is normally Virgo or Life Path 9. But looking into like deficiency, like am I deficient in something like vitamin B, vitamin D, vitamin D12, like could be having tests around of those kind of things. Here's what I'm picking up. This would also be like treating your girlfriend or boyfriend if you're with one, okay, and you're not single. This is also like buying them a gift or something, or treating them out for the day. Colin, I'm also hearing Colin or Kaylee or Kylie, Kaylee, someone from Australia, okay, someone could be very gorgeous looking here, okay, sort of like feeling very feminine and just kind of all that sort of stuff here. So if you're single, you're just feeling really good being single here, Taurus. But it's like glamorous, okay, unless it's polyamorous, someone that is already in a commitment and a marriage already, but you could be getting divorced or your name's Eddie or Edwina. Hello, Edwina, but like this is like glamorous, okay. So let's see. But it could be polyamorous because I'm also hearing that, right? That would be infidelity. So where is Taurus now? What's going on with Taurus now? So you've got the Six of Swords, maybe spending some time with family or going to see your partner in order to treat them out for the day, take them out shopping, okay? Very quick and easy, okay, and then you get the Queen of Swords. So it might be going to visit the Queen of Swords. Could be family, spending a lot of time around my daughter or my son, but I'm a single parent, single individual on my own, blah, blah, blah. But someone is going to see Gemini, Libra, Aquarian, but somewhere in their placement or a place or a fish, okay. Life path 3 or a Piscean energy here, okay. Actually, let me continue on. Tell me more about what this Queen of Swords is here for. So the world, there you go, there's the fish. So a 3, okay, the world is a 3. So Pisces, traveling, visiting, going abroad, going away for a day or 2 or 3, going away for 3 days, something like that, planning an event, or just going out shopping, traveling in your car, unless you're going abroad somewhere and you're planning on like going away for a little while here. Okay, was there in Kim or Wild or Kim? Hello, Kim. Yeah, now if there's a third party, that would be polyamorous energy maybe. Okay, if you're interested in someone that's already with someone or vice versa. Okay, so I will show you the cards in a minute, Taurus. So let's see where you are around work and money. Show me what's going on around Taurus's work. So 9 of Wands, you could be working in a very controlled environment around when it comes to working. Okay, your boss could be very narcissistic and maybe controlling. Okay, this is also worried about money as well. Like I'm worried about money, constantly worrying about finances. Or your partner is if you're with one. But this is like I'm worried about money, I'm worried about this, I'm worried about that, I'm anxious, that things are not working out, that I haven't got enough. 9 is also not having enough, so it's kind of like I've just got enough in order to get by, but I'm worried that I need some more, but it's kind of like that, like anxious feeling about finances itself or about money, okay? Now your love life, Taurus, and stuff like that, if I see it here, I will call it out, but its majority of it is over on Patreon on the full access bundle. And you can find that silver or gold tier, basically. So the silver tier or the gold tier over on Patreon, and that's your weekly reading. So show me Taurus's work, what's going on around their work. So Harry Potter wands, very passionate about my work. There's opportunity for work out there if you guys are looking, because this could be like I'm really worried the fact that I haven't got any work, okay? But this could be worry about nothing. Like I love my job, I love what I'm doing, okay? I'm very creative around what I do for work, but I'm also still worried the fact that it isn't bringing in enough money, okay? So that is a lot around this channel also, like a lot of people, like since COVID, I think I lost 150 patrons. Like COVID was great for me, but then when everybody went back to work and everything went up, everybody left Patreon. So trust me, we're all in the same boat, Taurus. But again, there's this energy of like I'm worried the fact that I might not have enough, but I love what I do, okay? The Ace of Wands is like feeling very passionate about what I do for my work, okay? But there's also like where the work environment itself might be very controlling, okay? Trying to control what I do and how I feel. It's kind of like I can only do what I feel to be right, okay? I don't like to be controlled by not being able to do what I love, okay? So if you guys are not working, they're just saying that opportunities are there if you want to go out and look for them here, but you have to put yourself out there. Okay. Now, if you do have one, it can say that the environment that you're working in is very controlling. Okay. So that's work and money. Now, money is always controlled by everything. Okay. By electric, by bills, by expenses, and so on and so forth. Okay. So let's see what you've got coming up around your challenges, Taurus. What is Taurus going to be challenged with? So you've got the 8 of Cups and the 10 of Wands, and also the Page of Cups. So let's go down and then we can have a look. Okay, so challenges are needing to go out and speak and say something here for a lot of you, because I think that you might be single here, right? You could be single and you're kind of like, well, I'm just focusing on my kids, that's all. Like, I'm just focusing on being, on my own, maybe talking to someone on the internet, but I don't really want to hear from them. Now, it might be an ex. 10 of Wands can mean an ex, okay? But the 8 of Cups is leaving, but it's also going towards this energy that could be someone new. Like, I've just kind of found myself someone that's sort of new, and I'm kind of talking to them, but they're more of a friend than that they are actually a relationship. It's new, it's kind of building itself up, but I'm still dealing with, PTSD from the past of getting out of a very controlling relationship. I feel very feminine, but again, 9s can be satisfied, then unsatisfied, then satisfied, then unsatisfied. Okay, so it's kind of like that. One minute I feel really good, the next minute I feel quite like confused, and now I don't know what's going on. Then I feel really good, and then the next day I feel quite confused and a little bit like discombobulated, can't seem to find direction. In your challenges is this going to become more than just a friendship, or is it actually going to relate to a little bit more than that? Now, for some of you, you might be befriending your actual son or daughter, and you've befriended them, okay, but now it's turned out, or like it's kind of like this friend-zoned type sort of energy here, friend-zoned, okay, like it's just friends, that's it. And it's kind of like, but I want a little bit more than that. And it's like, well, I can't, because it is, you're a friend. So I don't know here. Let's see. So spiritual lessons. And some of you, you're not even seeing anybody. You're not even really interested in anyone, because if you are, I don't even think that you're talking. The Page of Cups is I'm not even really talking to anyone, so I'm just like intrigued about watching a fish, maybe a Piscean. I'm just intrigued about watching this fish, but that's it. What's going on around karmic lessons for Taurus? Karmic lessons for Taurus. Now, if your relationship is going really, really well, then you're never going to really relate to like a... Let me just make this one clear, sorry. Or Claire, but like if your relationship is really good, okay, chances are you relating to any kind of tarot card reading. Tarot card readings are about where's the negative cards where I can try and help through this scenario, needing guidance, right? If your relationship is great, you're never really going to need guidance, right? And if you need other than that, then what you need is a personal reading, okay? Because you get a lot of people say, oh, very intriguing, but it doesn't relate. It doesn't relate with me. It doesn't relate with me. What are you going through then? Right? Because if your love life's great, or you're just single and great, you're just going to be single and great all the time. Okay. Let's see. Karmic lessons for Taurus. So karmic lessons are maybe around a Gemini, okay, mother, father, or grandmother, okay, a Tower, avoiding one's temper, okay, and also a Queen of Pentacles for your karmic lesson. So what it's kind of showing me here is that there is a spiritual connection that some of you have got with someone, but it's more of a spiritual one than it actually is one. Now, you do have a 3 there and 2 women, so I can't really tell you at the moment, okay. because this can be at a distance, like it's a long distance and it's a long way to go. And it can represent the other woman with my husband or whatnot and that sort of stuff. But karmic lessons around the tower is basically about you can't avoid me, you know, you can't keep avoiding me, okay? You're going to have to speak to me at some point, okay? So it's kind of like this mother or father type sort of energy of like, well, you can't keep avoiding me all the time. You're going to have to soon say something here. Or this is a metaphysical connection somehow, and the world is kind of like, well, if you want to speak, then at some point you're going to have to say something, because if not, then, you know, because it's like you can't keep avoiding this. It's like this inevitable feeling that's here, that's Taurus, right? That someone may have of like, okay, I'm delaying the inevitable, and I can't keep delaying this all the time. I'm soon going to have to say something, right? So it might be where something here spiritually is on someone's mind, or something is on someone's mind, thinking, I'm soon going to have to say something, because if I don't, then I might regret it here. Because it might be finding out if someone else is already committed in a relationship. But this is also like avoiding a parent here, avoiding my mother or avoiding my father and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. Because I'm sick to death of the arguments and the breakdowns or the emotional breakdown or something like that. And I can't keep doing this all the time here. I think I'm going to come up with a different 4 lots of questions to ask. Because sometimes they don't tell me too much. So, any other messages for Taurus where they are now? Taurus, any messages for where they are now? This might tell us a bit more. I'm bothered. So I'm really not bothered. I'm just on my own. I'm single. I'm really not bothered about any man or woman, to be honest with you. You know, I don't really care what this woman's doing over here. I'm really not bothered whether you're seeing them or not. So I'm just unfazed, unbothered. I want to be single, left alone, on my own, and I'm basically just dealing with my children. And if I want to talk to someone, I will now and again. Jen, Julian, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. But apart from that, I'm really not bothered. Okay. So work and money. Work and money for Taurus. Well, let's give them a little bit more. Where they are now. Where is Taurus now? So in their head, overwhelmed, stressed, overthinking. So there kind of is, there's like this denial energy, or denial or Danielle, but like this denial energy. And it is running through the reading because you have 2 9s that do represent being in denial. Okay, this is normally where like, I'm not bothered. I don't want to fucking know him anyway. And I don't want to know her. Doesn't really bother me, but it does. Okay, but it actually does. And this is kind of like, I'm just single. I don't want to deal with this piece of shit and this trash any longer, blah, 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 or Ashley or Ashford. Okay, but I don't want to deal with this anymore, blah, blah, blah. I'm done. I'm over. But again, it's still all in my head. I'm still thinking about it. I'm still going over it and I'm trying to avoid it, but I'm more in denial than anything else because I don't want to be dealing with it. So I'm just going to try and convince myself that I'm not, but really I am. Okay. So it's kind of like that, like unbothered, but I actually am bothered when I really face facts and realise that I am still really bothered. Okay, here. So it could be like lying to oneself. Any other messages coming up for around work and finances for Taurus? So you've got extra triggered. Well, you have because you've got 9 there. So triggered at work, triggered around finances, triggered off around maybe whatever's going on here where you are now, all up in one's head, being single on my own, not knowing what's going on at afar, if this person's actually talking to someone else or not, and I really don't know. And now I just feel like I'm just like constantly now wondering, are we ever going to really speak again here? Okay, because this feels like time's running out. If I don't soon say something, okay, then I'm never going to actually know. Tell me more about this work and money and extra triggered, Spirit. So you've got grudge holder. So again, some of you're still holding like this huge grudge against this person. And it could be in the family, you know, these can be family, you know, Queen of Swords, whoever it is, it's someone that's holding a grudge. It can be family members that don't like people's girlfriends or boyfriends. Like, I don't like who you're dating, and I don't like him, and I don't like her. I'm single, I'm on my own, but I don't like you being with anybody, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and I don't like it, and I'm holding a grudge against them. And I'm blaming them because it's their fault or your fault. And it's gaslighting. It's telling people that they can't do things, or, you know, that they're not supposed to feel good about their person and stuff, right? Making them feel shit, making them feel bad, okay, for having a feeling, for having an urge, you know. So it's up to you whether it be family or relationship here. But someone's definitely holding a grudge. And that could be at work, like at work and stuff like that. There's a lot of competition at work, okay? But it is also in general of another message. So what's coming up for challenges for Taurus, please? Challenges. So it's either you holding a grudge, a Sagittarius or a Life Path 5, or someone's holding a grudge against you, okay? But just look at your environment and think, who is it that doesn't like me? Okay. So in your challenged position here, you've got too busy winning. So it is unbothered, I don't care whether you can hold a grudge all you like. I really don't care, okay? But I kind of do, and it does bother me in a way, but I'm doing my best to just fucking ignore it because I really can't be dealing with all of this crap. So if you want to judge me, judge me. If you want to hold a grudge against me, then hold a grudge against me. But I'm trying not to think about it. But again, narcissism and control is put it and placed it as a seed in someone's head by what has been said here. Cynthia. Let's see. So I'm too busy winning in my challenge position, and I'm moving on, moving forward, and my mother or father as a child, away from them. What is going on around challenges for Taurus? It is moving. There you go. Moving away, moving on. I'm packing my shit and I'm getting going. So some of you, if you've been delaying moving, if you've actually been delaying moving, then this is that energy of like, I can't keep putting this off much longer. Right? I either want someone to move in with me or move out, okay? Or I'm on my own and I'm single and I actually need to move away from this environment of all of these people that keep holding grudges and fucking, they know the ins and outs of my life. And I'm sick to death of it. Like every time I go out the door, does everybody know me? And they judge me and they, you know, blah, blah, blah. They hold grudges. And my environment actually really fucking triggers me, whether it be work or my place. So I really need to pack up my shit and get moving. That is in your challenge position. Stop delaying it. If you guys have been putting off moving and you want to, but you're still trying to find out, am I going to? Then please do not ask me that question. Am I going to move? Because you have to do it yourself. A tarot card reader cannot tell you. Because the first thing I'll say is, do you want to? Yeah. So why are you not then? Waiting for a tarot card reader to tell you that you should? If you don't like it where you are, then you have to move. Okay. So if that is what you're planning, that message of what I was saying is that I can't put this off any longer. Get moving. Okay. Get planning. Okay. So what is this spiritual lessons? What is coming up around the karmic lessons for Taurus? Karmic lessons for Taurus is stepping into power, spotlight. It's normally Sagittarian for me here, so it can be you guys. Rising up, moving on, continuing on with my life. Inside scoop, a close look, nosy up into someone's business. Oh dear. I don't like these cards here at the end. That's what I'm saying. Someone could be really digging into other people's life. What's going on with my daughter? What's going on with my son? Who are they seeing? Where are they seeing? I don't like him. I don't like her. They're not supposed to be doing this. Because this can be grandparents or parents or mother-in-law, father-in-law, okay, or Laura. But like, you know, mother, father-in-law, grandparents, parents, all digging their nose right up into other people's relationships here. Love the center to be a center of attention, and I love being center of attention. And when the attention goes on my children, I don't like it, so I'm going to question them. I'm going to hold grudges against what they're doing, saying that you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do that. I don't like him for you, I don't like her for you either, blah, 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 and you're getting way too much attention, so I need it more than you, so I'm going to put you down and make you feel really shit, okay, because I'm digging and putting my nose right into your relationship with whoever it is that you got going on, and I'm holding a grudge against you because you seem to be doing better than what I am when it comes to the truth. You seem to be getting on with your life much better without me. Some parents can do that if this is parents. They can hold on to children that long that they don't like their children succeeding in life because they actually want to hold them back instead of just letting them go. Okay, so lo and behold, there are a lot of parents out there that do that, right? So that's what I'm kind of picking up for a lot of you, is that somebody is right up into someone else's business, into their relationships. It's affecting their work. It's affecting their job. It's kind of like, I'm not happy until I've split you up. Okay, whatever that is. So that's what I've got for you, Taurus, Life Path 5, or Sagittarius. Okay, so if you want more of an in-depth look, Taurus, then you'll need the silver tier or the gold tier over on Patreon. Also, the join button is below for anybody that just wants to really help out, because money is scarce around 7 Tarot, because it's just, people are just not joining, and they're not, they're just not. So I would really appreciate it if you join Patreon, or at least the join button below. But you get stuff for stuff that you pay for. So for the join button, you also get free tarot card readings that come up when I go live. Okay, but you have to be joined in order to ask a question. And then I also do channeling for the deceased loved ones when I've got time to do it. We go live, and then I try to just channel your deceased loved ones. But it's only $2 or $3, and every little helps. That's why we go to Asda. So anything you can do to help out, guys, it really does appreciate it. The algorithm. If these readings are really not doing very good at all, then I'm sorry if your readings are only over on Patreon. But like I said, man, I'm putting a lot of time, a lot of effort into some star signs, and few people are watching them, but they just keep disliking. People just hate it. Okay, and then I lose subscriptions, and I'm not getting paid any money at all. So I'd rather put it into where I can do like a Capricorn, a Leo, Pisces, Aquarius, Sagittarian, and they like and like and like and like, and they watch and watch and watch and watch, and then I get subscribers, and then I also earn money. Some like Cancer and Libra yesterday only did 700, and I lost subscriptions, and I earned no money whatsoever when I could have done 2 other star signs. So like I said, man, it depends on you guys. If you want me to keep doing them, make sure that you hit that like button, subscribe, watch as many times as you can, and share it as many times as you can. And if you're not seeing them, then you will see them on Patreon all of the time, okay? So it's down to you guys. If you want me to do the readings, interact with the channel as much as you can, okay? All links are provided below. That is the ending of these 2 readings. Thank you so much for joining in. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you next time.